Hi, everybody. It's Wednesday, and this is Heather. One of the things I like to do on Wednesday afternoons is listen to a CBC radio program called Tapestry, all about faith issues and how life and faith and culture intersect. Today's episode was about a woman who is an expert in security during terrorist attacks and other sort of security kind of problems in various venues around the world. And she's lived in areas which had serious things going on where people were in lockdown. And as we approached the COVID-19 lockdown here in North America, she said she realized that we in North America have no experience with the kind of security threat that produce lockdowns, the sort of situations where it's unsafe for people to be in the streets. And so she's unexpectedly become an expert on how to survive these sort of situations emotionally. And she's speaking a very comforting word to our society right now, which is kind of living in fear and depression and not knowing how to cope. What she reminded us all this afternoon was that the way you are feeling right now is not the way you're going to feel forever. That there is a push towards, even in these most dire situations, finding a new normal where you live within the bounds of what you've been given. Instead of regretting the things you can't do, you start focusing on the ones that you can. And I love to listen to her. She had such marvelous practical um, information about how to do the things that you need to do for the state of your own soul. And I was reminded yet again that every time the angels come to talk to somebody in the Bible about some sort of situation where great change and upheaval, but also possibility are very present to that person, the first words the angels always say is, "Fear not. Don't be afraid." Kind of felt like she might have been one of those angels this afternoon. And we're many of us living in fear right now. I would argue that the public health announcements that we've been having almost daily are designed to produce fear. They're designed that way because they know if people aren't afraid, they might not stay in, they might not do the right thing, they might not do what they need to do to protect their fellow human beings, because we're kind of motivated by fear. And I mean, that kind of fear also operates in political ads, and for that matter, sometimes just ordinary advertising, where they make you afraid of something to get a behavior that they want out of you. Now, I think that we do need to follow all the lockdown provisions, and we've been doing a great job in many ways. We can see the numbers going down, and the church continues to pass on information about how to stay safe and in lockdown, and also how to be comforted in lockdown. But I don't think we have to approach this with fear. I think that what we need to do is approach this with hope and love. The reason why we're doing these things is because we love our neighbor. The reason why we're doing these things is we're hoping for a time when the hospitals will not be overwhelmed and there will be a vaccine available so we can go back to an ordinary life. But it's not fear that drives us, it's love. In a few minutes, I'm going to have a little meditation out. I'm going to release it about the same time as I released this video, a little meditation to help us let go of fear. Been a while since I've done a meditation, and it's about time. But I just wanted to remind you that fear has nothing of the power of hope and love. So let's choose love. We'll talk to you soon.